Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. So we saw Sri Ramakrishna is attending one of the festivals, semi-annual festival of the Brahmo Samaj. And it is in Shinti, a place in Calcutta, near Calcutta. And he has gone, all the Brahmo devotees are encircling him and sitting. Some are asking some questions. One of the questions is, Sir, what is the way? Sri Ramakrishna is explaining to them, Jagate Birag, Bhagavane Anurag. Intense attachment for God, passionate attachment for God, and dispassion towards the world. Oh, he says attachment to God. Attachment always goes, I cannot devote myself to two things at a time. Two objects cannot occupy the same place at the same time. Like that, two things I cannot split myself into two, to devote to two. I cannot attend two things at a time. So, I want to hold on to the world also and to God also is not possible, because they are opposite to each other. If they are in the same direction, one ahead and one behind, it is all right. I can hold one and hold the other through the other. But I can't have a hold. They are in the opposite directions, moving in the opposite way. I cannot split and move in opposite direction. That's why what I do in my spiritual life, the spiritual life is where I transform my day-to-day activities into spiritualize. I spiritualize every aspect. I divinize myself. I spiritualize all my activities. How do you do it? By looking upon all my activities as a worshipper to God, and by keeping all that I possess as belonging to God, which is the absolute and truth. Nothing belongs me here. Even body have to live and go. And all this, what I call land and property, nothing is mine. It belongs to this nature eternally. For a few days, I've been given this in charge as yours to look after as a trustee alone. I can never be the owner of this. I cannot give to someone while dying, nor I can acquire it after my next birth. I have no right over this. Land also, I cannot give to someone. Someone cannot come and snatch it away. Nothing. I can transfer to my children who are not going to be there in this world anymore. They're all passing. All lives are passing. They are here for a few days and disappearing. What to give, what to hold on to. So they come and go. You cannot give to anybody because they are flowing things. I am also going away, but this property will remain here forever. This belongs to the one who is unchanging eternal owner, the God. So all this belongs to God is actual reality. The day I know all this belongs to God, every act becomes a worship unto God. Taking care of this because it belongs to God. Using all this in the way it should be. And all that is, children, they belong to me. I am doing karma by looking after them. If they belong to God, it's a worship. The whole thing I try to convert by disowning it. This is the essence of Ishavasya Upanishad. Tena tyaktena bhunjita magrata kasya viddhanam. Through renunciation, you utilize it, but never claim this is mine. So this is how we spiritualize our life. So doing everything, every act we convert into a worship unto God. And my life as a constant sacrifice, yajna. Life becomes a yajna, a constant sacrifice. It is dying away like a burning lamp, it is dying away. Burning lamp is dying away slowly. A candle is lighted, it is dying. It is sacrificing itself. It is burning down to give light to others. Like that is my life. My life is burning down. It's a sacrificing itself. I'm sacrificing myself to God if I look upon everything as belonging to God and a worship unto God. So what is sacrificing is a yajna. Sacrifice for others and for sacrifice for God. Anything you do is called yajna. So life becomes a yajna, and then the whole process takes a different turn, and my life becomes a yajna. My actions become a worship, and my end, my source, my support, everything becomes unchanging eternal reality. My destination also becomes the unchanging eternal reality, the God. God is my path, God is my source, God is my destination, the end, and God is where I'm going to culminate. The culmination itself is God. In Him I dwell, in Him I move, in Him I reach. This is spiritual life. To live as spirit is spiritual life. To live as matter, body is worldly life. So I convert it. Here, Sri Ramakrishna gives two formulas: attachment to God, passionate attachment to God, in other words, love for Him, and secondly, prayer. Love for Him. Love is your own intellect, body, everything belongs to nature. Body belongs to nature, mind belongs to nature, senses belong to nature. One day, at the time of realization, you are going to disown all this. Within that, you have to utilize in such a way they are turned to the divine and you cross over. And when still alive in this body itself, you must be able to reach that end of transcending the nature and going beyond. So here we see the attachment to God, and in other words, love Him. Love Him. Love is your own manifestation of the Atman. I often tell, love and time doesn't belong to creation, Srishti. Time appears with creation, dissolves with creation, independent of creation. And we see love is not a part of creation, Srishti. All Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya, Pancha Prana, Buddha Manas, all these belong to Pancha Mahabhutas, all belong to the nature. Love doesn't belong to nature. Love is the what is flowing, yourself flowing out through the heart. That's why heart is the core of your existence, which is eternally linked to the Absolute. It is resting in the Absolute. So here we see you are flowing out in that portion, that place where the nature and God is coming together, the heart. The bodily existence and spiritual existence join at the core. And this core we call chakra, where the material and spiritual are meeting each other. There are various levels of consciousness that are formed at this we call various chakras. So here we see love is what? Heart, Hridaya, because duality is expected, and duality must be at the spiritual level. At lower levels also duality is there. All duality is duality of Maya. My children, my family, my husband, my wife, all these dualities. Mine, yours, here, there, this, that, time and space, and mine and yours. So here, duality is there belonging to vasanas. But I want a duality which is spiritual. Spiritual duality is possible only in heart, where the vasanas are not interfering. It's free from vasanas. Hridaya is free from vasana. The lower three chakras are pertaining to the vasanas and human existence, Jivatma, Jiva Tattva. This is Prakriti Tattva, which is supporting life and is one with the absolute nature. Only here you can have the with form, the duality of the absolute. And then the form starts dissolving. So love is possible between two, where the jiva, when the lover and the loved is going to become one. The triad is going to dissolve in its ultimate level of expression. When love expresses in its fullness, there cannot be two. They become merged in each other. So this love, which is the manifestation of one's own self, Atman flowing out, and it will have fulfillment only in the Absolute alone, in God alone. The individual expressing itself, flowing out a spiritual entity is love, and it can merge only in God. In all others, it is momentary focusing, trying to focus, and it dissolves because the objects are, whatever I hold on to love disappears. It remains unfulfilled everywhere because this world is world of not constancy, it is ever-changing flux. So love cannot be utilized anywhere in this world. Love can be directed only to unchanging eternal reality, the God. So to love God is towards fulfillment, to dissolve my identity into God. All other, wherever you can love, it is a passing. Everything is dissolving. It's a matter of time. So here we see Sri Ramakrishna, love God, because there you are going to dissolve and become one. Your whole identity of being a jiva attached to the body and things of the world, which are perishable. And from that you are separating. Loving God is separating from all these things that are holding you. All these are bindings. We had a lesson, the Lilliput. Lilliput, one story was there, no? Huh? Huh? Gulliver, the Lilliput. So he goes to one place. In the ship he goes and he falls somewhere in this one, and he sees huge people were there. And some other place he goes, small humans are there moving about. He is giant somewhere. He is a puny thing somewhere, like a creature. And here you see, one place he will be lying down, and every hair of his is nailed to the earth and tied. He is not able to move. How it could be, you see. Every hair, everything, whatever is possible, and then They have tied him also. A huge thing has come into in their land. Gulliver's Travel. It's called Gulliver's Travel. So Gallipur in Lilliput. There we see him being tied. Like that we are tied everywhere. We cannot move. We escape from that. So the God is love. Love God. And second thing is prayer. Prayer is where we hold our being. Prayer is an important part where intellect doesn't interfere. In prayer, only faith. Faith alone will be the engine that is driving faith. Intellect cannot interfere in prayer. Whenever we pray, we merge our intellect in the heart and then pray. No doubts, no questions, no answers, only faith. In faith we pray, and what happens is my only heart is speaking. My whole being is reduced and focused and integrated. In prayer, I get integrated, not differentiated. I don't become many, I don't multiply, I become one. In prayer, the whole thing is I am becoming one being, one personality to move in one direction. So the integration of personality happens when we pray with faith. The faith is such that it captures all my faculties to flow into one. The faith is such a thing to which I can cling without any support anywhere. Faith. The whole, even science, whatever people are doing in science or in life, is wholly, absolutely working in faith. Whether even Chandrayaan we left, faith that moon is going to be there. It's everything we see is just a faith, everywhere faith. So we see the whole picture is in such a way that is concentrated on the faith. With faith, we move this way. And in here in the world, the faith is not going to make me integrated and concentrated and surrender. In prayer, it makes me, my body, my mind, my senses, my objectives, all my faculties, my nature, everything is going to become one, and then trying to hold on or cling to something which is beyond. So here we see the whole thing. I am becoming like an arrow now in prayer. And I am stretching myself to be held by another power which is all capable. With that faith, I am stretching myself in prayer. And prayer has to be done in that way. With split mind, with not complete faith, we will not be able to surrender. What happens if I do partial prayer is I am not able to surrender. I have not become one, integrated. One portion is holding something somewhere. So God cannot lift me, hold me and pull out. I'm holding something here. When children, in the beginning, when they go to school, they will not be willing to go at all, especially first few weeks, first few days. He knows that somehow mother will leave me there and come away. He doesn't want to go. Then it will be holding here, there, whatever possible. Mother will be pulling. The door he will hold. He will hold the window. Whatever table he will hold. Whatever is available he will hold. Let's see that it is not, nobody is able to. Last mother releases and go. Like that, God cannot take me and lift and leave because I am holding something. Lack of faith is also holding something somewhere. So this hold has to be released somehow. In prayer, we release. And when we release alone, we'll be able to surrender unconditionally. I've given myself to you. Now you have your part. Ball is in your court. You can do anything. I'm at your disposal. Wherever you keep, whatever you think is good, whatever sadhana you want to get it done, get it done. I'm at your disposal. That possibility of surrender through prayer, slowly we move towards self-surrender. Till the last moment of total surrender, God cannot lift you. Because that one thing you're holding on to, something is not making you really surrender totally. This unconditional, final surrender, Sharanagati, Prapatti, comes from begins with small love and prayer. Love is what diverts me, directs me, captures my awareness. Love is what captures my. Love anything, it becomes a part of your constant awareness, constant awareness. Many things come in the awareness and disappear. But when you love an object, it will be always in there. One is linking is possible through love. Surrender is possible through prayer. So these two Sri Ramakrishna is prescribing here. Attachment to God, in other words, love for Him, and the second is prayer. Brahmo devotee, which one is the way, love or prayer? Two options, two things are given, love or prayer. Master, first love and then prayer. See, that spontaneously comes. Without love, the prayer won't be fruitful. What for am I praying? The prayer becomes something associated with the world if love is not there. Love is where I am going to. My destination is the arrow in any direction it can go. I am asking for the release of the arrow. But it can go in any direction, anywhere and fall. But the love makes the direction to the eternal, everlasting thing. Otherwise, there cannot be an error, there cannot be a mistake, there cannot be a way out other than this. So, this movement, the unconditional movement, the direction is fixed like a rocket that is made a rocket. It has all the power to move. But yes, so first fix the direction, then light the rocket. Then you'll go, you see that it reaches the destination. So here Sri Ramakrishna says first love. And then when bound by love, when two people are bound by love, they are ready to sacrifice anything for each other. The giving for each other is possible. Sharing is possible. Giving is possible only when the two objects are in love with each other. Otherwise, I will be saving something for myself, hiding something from others. In love, I open everything. I have nothing to hide. nothing to keep, nothing to say it is mine. Love makes total sacrifice possible. Mm, I am what I am. I am giving myself entirely to you. No conditions. I don't put any condition on myself. Many times people say, I am an ordinary person. How can I go to God? I have done a lot of sins in my life. Who can go? Self-binding. These are limitations I'm putting on myself. And all these limitations are there only because we don't love God. These all negative thoughts appear in us. Will I be able to reach? The question doesn't come if love is there. All these bindings that I am putting on myself, all limitations I am putting on myself, everything I am incapable as if I am making myself helpless because I don't love. If I love everything, nothing is impossible. Nothing is a far off thing. When I love an object, it is I and that is almost identical with each other. So here first love, you may be praying somewhere. If love is not there, it is not linking at all. What is that link that's going to be there? So that linking is most important and love takes that opportunity. First love and then prayer. Master sang, cry to your mother, Shama, with a real cry, O mind. And how can she hold herself from you? How can Shama stay away? Cry to your mother, Shama. She is mother. Mother term, when we use term to God as mother, approaching God as mother, to love or to come in contact with God as mother is to give, means take understanding that she is constantly seeking my welfare. Only mother will be constantly seeking wherever the child is. Maybe the child is against her and staying somewhere in anger and this, that, and in hatred he might have gone away. But still, mother remains mother. Her giving, her condition, her sacrifice, her this one is total. At all times, whatever you are, wherever you are mine, and I am going to, I am constantly and all the time seeking your welfare. Four forces will be always protecting a jiva: the nature, God, Guru, and Mother who has given the birth. These four protections every jiva has at all times. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.